righty. Oh. All right, here we go. Oh, you don't want to say hello? Okay, kitty boy. Plop. Plop, plop, plop. All right, getting all booted up here. Gotta grab a couple things quick. Oh, there, got it. Oh, man. Whew. All right. Welcome in, everyone. Slowly but surely. Crud, I gotta get a box up here quick. Have a little situation that going on here. Let's start here. Gonna move this car off to the side. Okay. Muppet. Come here. What you doing, bud? There you go. There's the face reveal. He had a busy, or not a busy, he had a, did I hear about DeMar Hamlin? Yes, I did. I was watching not watching the game, I turned the game on. And not sure I've ever heard of anything close to that, where a guy has his heart literally stop. Now they did get it reconfigured, or not reconfigured. He got his heart restarted. His heart stopped, and they got it restarted. The question basically is how bad is it? So yeah, that's basically what we're working on or worrying about today. So still prayers up for that family and for all the players that were there that yesterday. But so today I have a Mountain Dew here ready, and I'm gonna put it in my new koozie. So I got a new koozie for Christmas this year, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like here in just a second, as soon as I get the can inside. Well, Chase Elliott fan, you might be surprised. I might be showing it on this stream. All right, here we go. So this is my new koozie. As you can see, it's a Mountain Dew koozie. And yeah, basically it's Chase Elliott's Kansas win koozie. So this was kind of a Christmas gift. I really enjoy that. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, so we got that in there. But I wanted to show off a couple of things that we'll actually be doing, I'll actually be showing off in the next few videos. The first of this is, you can see, an Alex Bowman sprint car. Now, this is the CJ Leary sprint car with a couple of added stickers. So you can see I added there's a Bowman sticker there. There's also one, let's pull the hood out. You can see got Bowman there on the engine cover as well. And so basically this is now a Bowman sprint car. So we're going to be changing the listing on the site after I do the video. And then, yeah, this will be a spot where you can get a Bowman sprint car. So a couple of small alterations. Now the next one actually has some bigger alterations. This is James McFadden's Bold Rock car. This ran a couple times last year, I believe once at Bristol and a couple other places. You can see we got Bold Rock on the side. And then also on the top wing, we've got Bold Rock, and then same thing on the right side. So normally it says Caravan Trailers, but you can see the Bold Rock sticker goes right over the top. The rivets don't still like show the bumps there. So, I mean, honestly, the decal sticks in there really pretty easily. And honestly, it looks really, really sharp. I think it looks really good. You can see there's still a little air bubble on some of these. Not sure if I need to apply a little heat to them maybe to kind of get them to form inward. But yeah, so you can see that though. We got a Bold Rock sprint car. So a couple of decals I was adding to some sprint cars last night, and just kind of wanted to show those off to start before I put these off to the side. But yeah, so I've got one more to do. It's a black and yellow version of the Bold Rock car. But right now I'm debating if I want to put it on a Casey Kane sprint car or a James McFadden sprint car. Yes, breaking news, A-Shock will not be back. So A-Shock, which is a energy drink through the Dr. Pepper brand, is not coming back next year. So what does that mean? Well, the sponsorship model in NASCAR is in trouble. I mean, look how many sponsors are backing out. Not just backing out. I mean, A-Shock is a sponsor that was on a guy that, you know, went to 3 straight Final Fours. There we go. You know, won a championship, not with A-Shock, but then the next 2 years has been to the Final Four both years. So even with great performances, a lot of guys are dropping out. Built Bar dropping out. A lot of sponsors are pulling out, and here's the deal: the economy's in a little bit of a shaky spot, and also NASCAR sponsorship is just really, really, really expensive. It is. It's really expensive. When you're asking a company to spend, thousands upon thousands of dollars to be on your car, and they look at their marketing budget and say, well, I could do a lot of digital marketing and get in front of 3 to 4 times as many eyeballs, it's a no-brainer. I mean, it really is. It's a no-brainer. So NASCAR has got to fix the revenue model so that these sponsors aren't having to pay so much money to be on the cars, because the fact is marketing has just simply changed. Marketing has changed, that's fine, but the sport has not adapted to that. The sport is still so sponsor dependent that it's gonna create a problem, and I think this next TV deal and the revenue split is gonna be a big deal. I mean, there's a chance we could see some really interesting things happen if the revenue split is not to the team's liking, because the teams have all the leverage. I mean, you can say NASCAR does because they own a bunch of tracks, but at the end of the day, if all the teams pull away, they're not going to have a lot of stuff to watch. A lot of us turn on the TV to watch our favorite driver. When your favorite driver leaves the Xfinity or Truck Series, you don't watch as many of them. Thanks for the donation there, Clyde. I appreciate it. I will. You're welcome. I am awesome. But no, Happy New Year for everybody here too as well. So the good news is I have been gone for almost 2 weeks with the sickness. I tried to post a couple videos, but my voice just didn't stick around. It went away so quickly. And then A-Shock comes in. So A-Shock is now our top dono. But thank you again, A-Shock. So also, by the way, your Kansas card is boxed, but not in the mail yet. So I have it all labeled up. It's going to go to the post office tomorrow, just so you know. Anyway, so I was gone for 5 days, and I was at least 5 days. I was out snowmobiling, and I'm telling you right now. Wait, then here goes Clyde. You know what? Battle. I'll let you guys battle. It'll be fun for me, not for you, but for me. No. So thanks again, Clyde. But yes, So I was gone snowmobiling for 5 days. Had a great, fantastic time. On my way back, I went out to Lambeau to watch my Vikings play. If anyone knows anything about football, that was awful. So I was at that game. Now, when I say awful, like the Vikings played like trash. However, Lambeau was really, really fun. Cool place to see a game. A lot of really neat stuff in terms of just like the atmosphere around it. If you guys have ever heard or been to Indianapolis, Indianapolis is a track where it's in the residential area. A-Shock is blowing the doors off of people here. So just for A-Shock's sake, I'm going to literally let him pick the first car that I pull out of the box after I'm done talking about this whole thing. And then I'm going to let A-Shock pick it. So, but anyway, so like Indianapolis, it's in the middle of a residential area. So like if you've ever been to Indy, you can literally park in people's yards. Like people will sometimes let you park in their yard and stuff like that, walk to the track. But in Lambeau, that's literally what you do. You go past the two parking lots, and then all of a sudden you're in a residential housing area, and you just see signs in people's front lawn. It says parking, $30. And then the next block, $25, $20. And so we found somebody waving a flag and said, okay, I'll park in your yard. And they got us all parked. We put our snow gear on because we were just snowmobiling, so we had all this nice warm gear, and went into the game. Had a horrible experience with SeatGeek. Won't even go too far into that, but yeah, basically SeatGeek is they are not reselling their own tickets. They're reselling kind of like eBay, where there's a seller, and so the problem is we bought tickets and the seller basically didn't actually sell them or whatever, so they weren't actually available. So we got to the gate and suddenly our tickets weren't there, and yeah, we had to go find new ones last minute, which was a little annoying. So yeah, SeatGeek, big thumbs down from me, and obviously my cousin who went with me as well. But anyway, going into the game, the stadium was literally shaking during the 105-yard kick return touchdown, but just a fun place to go. Packer fans are super, super nice in person. I don't know why the online Packer fans are so awful. Maybe that's just online people in general, but I'm telling you, I had nothing but great experiences with all the fans there that day. Everybody was super awesome. I mean, yeah, you're going to get a little crap when your team gets blown out, but, that's normal. I mean, for the most part, everyone was super nice, super, I don't know, it was super genuine. And, yeah, it's way better than the online people there. So, So yeah, I had a great time with that, and then came back home and I had not one, not two, but three new boxes of cars. So we have a lot to get into, and that's what I wanted to get everyone kind of, I guess, excited for. Is we have three boxes of new cars to get through. So we're gonna get into those, and we're gonna start here now. Ashok, you have been the winner of the bidding war. Not that you even needed to, but you get to choose the first car out of the box. So we've got some 164s, 124s, a lot of Chastain car. I already know which one you're talking about. You're talking about the GoPro. Okay, I gotta go find that GoPro car quick. Up, I say. Let me slide that. There we go. Okay, so the Chastain car is in this box. Let me look inside and see what I find. Because I actually also have his Talladega ARC. So with the ARC, that one's going to go next. Or not next, but it'll be on that in the next couple. All right, here we go. And then what was the other one? Oh, yeah, we have AJ Allmendinger's Portland is there, too. Got it. Okay. So just for Ashok, this is the first car that's going to be shown. This is the GoPro Stand Elite. And this came in sometime last week, but like I said, I was not here. So the good news is we got plenty of cars to look at tonight. And actually, before I go too quick, I'm going to show you one other quick thing. One other of my Christmas gifts, just kind of, this is a fun gift from, I don't know who got it for me. But this is a Lego Technics or Lego Speed Champions. I don't know. Basically, you build a Lego F1 car, and then you get to build this other Mercedes over here. So I'm going to do this on Friday. So there's going to be another stream on Friday. And on Friday, we are going to... I actually forgot to, Clyde, because I was at that game. But yes, happy birthday, or belated, or delayed birthday to Denny Fan. That was, I believe... What is today? Tuesday? I think it was 2 or 3 days ago. I was busy up in Michigan. So I do apologize because, like I said, I was snowmobiling. And by the way, guys, I will not apologize for snowmobiling. I am literally, I unplug my phone and just disappear. I kid you not. That's what I do. I unplug it and I disappear when I snowmobile. But anyway, so these are just two quick little Lego sets. Looks like 564 pieces between the two of them. But we're going to build these on Friday. So we're going to do a stream. We're going to build it. And that's what we're going to do. Okay, so time to get back to that GoPro car. Where did it go? I literally just had it in my hand. There it is. I got lost. There we go. New Year's Eve. Okay, so that would have been the day before. That would have been Saturday. So yeah, Saturday, I could actually tell you exactly where I was most of the day because I started snowmobiling at about 10 in the morning, and I didn't get back until 8:45, and then we loaded everything up in the trailer, went to bed, and got ready to go to the Vikings game. Oh, wow. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to pull this out of the box. So it's in the Elite box, but, we don't need to show the box. I actually had somebody comment about not needing to show the box. So I specifically, I can tell you guys as a meme on that guy, not because he was rude, but just for the fun of it. I'm going to tag him in a video that I'm going to make, and it's literally going to be a Diecast box review. It's going to be all about boxes. So it's going to be kind of just a funny thing because, as I said, I just think it's funny that someone says, like, nobody cares about the boxes, and he's right. However, I'm gonna make it all about the box. So anyway, yes, here's the GoPro car. You can see we do have the chrome blue number. It's hard to see, but it's there. Now you can kind of show it up. But yes, chrome blue number, blue and black, all around car, the white number on top. I mean, this is just awesome. This GoPro car, I'm telling you, this is fantastic. Trackhouse Racing has probably the best paint schemes. I will say it. Now, they did do a voting on Twitter where you could vote on who had the best paint schemes. And I'm telling you right now, that vote was absolutely crooked because a bunch of... I'm sorry, I'm going to out myself as a non-fan. But all those ridiculous Earnhardt and Earnhardt Jr. fans voted for the throwback strictly because, oh my gosh, it's a throwback to Dale Jr., and I cannot tell you how upset that made me, that beautiful looking paint schemes like this lost to a very mediocre, all red Coca-Cola car. Like, I'm sorry, this car is objectively better. It is so much cooler in every way. GoPro logos in the really good spots, the metallic blue number. Like, this car is better. The nostalgia that absolutely destroyed those polls, it was so annoying because there were so many good ones. There was the ONX car that he won with it. Coda, that's a beautiful car. The ONX he ran with in the fall, which had the metallic red and white base color was incredible, and both of them lost to the stupid Coca-Cola car. Like, come on. So anyway, I had to rant a little bit about that, but yes, I'm telling you, I cannot wait to make this review because it is absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, it's not going to be probably the first review I get. I'm probably going to do the Kansas win, and then I'm telling you, I got some other ones to go with. So anyway, I also am going to get, and then I'm going to make some videos of snowmobiling to go on the other channel because I haven't figured out what to do with that other channel yet. So we're going to do some snowmobile videos on there. But anyway, so this is the GoPro car. It is absolutely gorgeous, and stay tuned for that review. I'm sure everyone here is subscribed already, so I don't even have to tell you guys to do that. I know that you guys are because I got the best viewers on YouTube. Okay. So we're going to put this car back in the box, and then we're going to start probably going on to some of the 164s to get them out of my way, because then it'll let me dig deeper into the box. But I dug for this one. A-Shock earned it. Okay. Also, yes, for those of you talking about A-Shock leaving, I'm not all that surprised. They didn't seem like they were super involved. You know, they did I think one set of special cans for Chase Elliott, but other than that, they just pretty much just put their logo on the car, and that was it. They didn't really activate their sponsorship. So I think sponsors that see true value in it, they do a much better job of activating. Sure, Clyde, you can pick the next one. It'll be the next one after the 164, just because that's what I have next to me here. So those are easier for me to get to and get done quickly. But if you know which one, you can go ahead and put it in the chat, and I'll see if that's one of those that came in, because it might be one that hadn't yet. All right, so here's one. This is Ross Chastain's Can't Stop Us Now. This is the Pitbull one here. So you can see here we've got the number one. It's a little further forward than most of the other Trackhouse schemes, but it doesn't look too bad. But it actually has who is that on it? Is that Pitbull on the front? I can't tell. Oh, is that Zach Brown? Anyway, this is one of the only ones I've ever seen where it's actually based on a tour. Oh, well, that's interesting. So yeah, Clyde, I actually already did a review on that, and the reason I did is I sent it out already. So I don't have one of those actually because I got it in, did the review, and then sent it back out. I don't have that one for review, so you're gonna have to. I do have his Vegas win if you wanted to look. So that one is there. Hey, no problem there. The first 2023 car, possibly. Let me look. Is that on my list? No, I don't see it on the list. I think that's on the ones coming next week. Remember, I'm about a week behind everybody else because of shipping times. So anyway, that's the Ross Chastain one. I gotta slide that one off. We got a bunch of cars. I don't even know where to start. Oh gosh, I start here. We've got another Chase Elliott win. His Dover 164 is in. Blicky Ziegler cars in. I mean, we got good cars everywhere. I need to get another sip of dew. Okay. Let's see. Did Clyde pick another one? Mobile One Salutes. I don't think that's out yet either. Hamlin. Yes, the Hamlin Richmond is in. If you want to see that. Kyle Larson 88 Xfinity. Kinda. Didn't I do that one already? I could be wrong, but I think I did that one already. In 164, that is. But the 124 I don't have. I just have mostly race wins. Remember, this is mostly race wins unless someone's pre-ordered it. I didn't, did I? Okay. Well, I did photograph it, so that's the good news. As I have taken photos of it, so that means I've actually got more 164s that I haven't shown off yet. Did I really not look? I'm going to look at YouTube and make sure, but I'm going to grab it quick. So I've got the Denny Richmond, and I'm going to grab that 88. Oh. Boom. All right, there we go. So, I'm actually on my my legit phone. This is actually the backup phone because it does a better job live streaming on YouTube for some reason. Not really sure why, by the way. But I was gonna go look and see my recent videos. Wow, I thought I made a video on it. I guess I didn't. Well, crud. Does that mean, did I ever make a video on it? And did I just forget to post it? Because I definitely took photographs. Oh my gosh, I did. I took a whole video, and I have 2 full videos I never posted. Okay, guys. Well, good news. I have 2 videos to post tomorrow. Actually, I'll probably post them later tonight. And it's a bunch of 164s. It's like the sets. And yeah, so that's coming up. But I did already do the video. I just never posted it. So, yeah, that's really fun. So anyway, here we go. The Kyle This is Larson, right? Yeah, this is Larson. Oh yeah, that's right. I think the Byron was DNP'd. So this is Larson's Hendrick car. I will say, looks a little weird on the Xfinity car. This paint scheme. I don't know if it's just because of the really big nose, or just a long car overall. But overall, not too bad. Elliott salutes. Clyde. It's the only Elliott car I didn't get. Clyde he's batting a really low average right now. He's trying his best, and he's almost right, but just not quite. Because yeah, I didn't have that one. So I didn't end up getting that one. I can tell you right now, I do have AJ's Portland, the Chastain Talladega. Where's my stack? Oh, here we go. We did the GoPro. Kurt Busch, Kansas. Denny Hamlin, Richmond. So yeah, we got all those to go. Oh, Gragson Wendy. There you go. Gragson Wendy's. That I have. Where did I put it? Is it that one? Nope. Is it that one? Where did I set it? I know I have it. Don't worry. I will find it. It will be located. Austin Hill. Where did that car end up? Let's see here. We got Byron. Atlanta, we don't know that one. I also have a lower box. I believe that's for a car that's on the way. Had some eBays go out this week. Some Jeff Gordon cars. Here we go. Here's Noah's car. Finally found it. There we go. And for those of you who are wondering, there is one more of these left. I actually did have an extra. So the Wendy's number 62 car is available. I have one left on the website. So for those of you looking, that's where you gotta go. All right, let's get that Wendy's car out here. There we go. DIN number 62. What a weird DIN number. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so here is the Noah Gragson DIN number. This is also Noah Gragson's first ever Cup car to make a 1/24th scale diecast out of. Now, they did make the 1/64 of the 16 car, but technically I think it's the second. I'm doing well, Evan. Welcome in. And so, yes, this is the first Noah Gragson car in Cup, and obviously I'm assuming we're going to see a lot more of him now that he was running for Petty GMS full-time in the 43. And they tend to make more diecasts, a few more at least. And you can see we do have the rookie stripes there on the Wendy's number 62. But I will say this paint scheme, pretty cool. I originally had the liquid color on order. I don't know what happened. Lionel has been really struggling this year, I guess, with customer service. I really can't explain why, because they literally, canceled 5 of my orders, and I can't figure out why. They bill it, and then they just don't ship it, and then they cancel it and refund it. So, I don't know. I had a liquid color of this. I had the Kelly Blue Book liquid color coming. Had a number of cars that were supposed to get here, and they just never made it. So can't really explain why, but it just sort of happened. But I mean, at this point, I looked at the car and I was like, there's not that much red on it, so I think I'll just let it go. I just won't try to get one, because it was like, it's a neat idea, but there's less red on this car than I thought. So I guess I'm a little okay with it, but overall, a really good looking car nonetheless. I just wished I had a chance to look at the liquid color just once. So, yeah, but no, great car. And like I said, I do have one of these on hand, by the way. Oh, I will 100% talk about that. Don't you worry. Once that car comes in, we will be talking about that. Logano Darlington win. For those of you who have not seen it, Lionel posted a picture of it. They put the wrong rims on it. The car ran with black rims, and they put chrome rims on it, because all the Penske cars are chrome, and for some reason they didn't bother to change the fact that it's not actually still chrome on that car, because it was a throwback. So, yes, that's pretty bad. I saw the Joey win. It looked pretty good, honestly, especially in liquid color. Oh, I might snag me a liquid color one just for video. I mean, I won't even keep the thing, but I'll make a video on it. It's beautiful. Nope. Nope, you do not, Clyde. Because you did on the other two, so this one will be the free shipping one. It'll make it easier. So that'll be easy. All right. What's this next car? Kurt, Kansas. Denny, Richmond. Willie B. Martinsville. We're gonna do an Elliott throwback here. Hey, welcome in, Con. I just got CON, so I think I hope I said it right. It's not like tone or something weird. But welcome on in. We're up to 20 people in the chat with a Noah Gragson 9 or Chase Elliott 9. Yeah, we'll do Chase Elliott 9 with a 9 likes, just like the number 9 car that I'm about to pull out of the box to show you today. This is, if I can get it pulled out correctly. Oh, I'm struggling. I'm telling you. So I'm going to show you guys something that I've noticed, and maybe you guys have it or haven't noticed the same thing. So look here on this box. You can kind of see these little specks of like paint flakes, and I'm not going to lie, I don't know how to feel about them because the car still looks okay, but there are these tiny little flakes that are kind of like all over it that you kind of have to wipe off when it first comes in. And I'd be lying if I said if I said it didn't bother me, you know, to have all these little flakes around. So here's the throwback. Now, obviously, we already did our review on the all blue. Now, this is the actual car. This is the one that ran on race day because he crashed in practice due to, I think, a flat tire. But anyway, so we had that flat tire, and then it should be an all blue and yellow, but they couldn't wrap the whole thing in time, so they just wrapped the sides. So the sides are the same, but the top is all white. So this is the exact car that ran on the racetrack, and then there is the other version that is like the full version, which is an Elite only. But either way, both these cars together, kind of a neat set, I guess, just because of the way that they're, you know, the little story behind it, and then the fact that the other ones are Elite only makes it, you know, kind of neat. So, but yeah, this one is, I actually don't have an extra one of these on the website. Now there are plenty available, so if someone is looking for one, you just got to let me know and I'll bring one in. Because I'm starting to kind of narrow down and do pre-order only, or I guess majority pre-order. I try to hold every 1/24th scale win in Elite in stock, and I'm going to try and do ARC, but other than that, I'm not going to stock cars. So pre-orders are important. If I put it on the website and you pre-order it, I'll get it in for you. But once a couple months pass, I'm going to pull the pre-order down, and after that, it'll have to be by request over email or you know, during a live stream or something. But otherwise, once a certain point hits, the only things I'm going to be stocking race wins. So something like this, again, real cool card. If you want one, you got to let me know. But you know, the normal or the best way to guarantee to get a hold of one is going to be pre-order. That's just how it's going to make it so that I can work 2 full-time jobs and then still not have to give up my YouTube because it's too fun. I enjoy the YouTube too much. It's too much fun to hang out and talk diecast with everybody. All right, let's get back here to the chat. There we go. Oh, Chase is definitely too liked. He's super popular, which makes it really, I mean, I guess there is a benefit. I will say, finally, I don't have any of the cars getting DNP'd that I wanted to see. So that there is that benefit, because as a Kane fan, there was a lot of his wins that didn't get made. And I didn't have to worry too much about that with Chase. But I will say, the fact that Chase Elliott's cars are all made, I don't mind as much. I agree with you there. I agree with you there, Con. They are getting hefty in price. I will say, I have trimmed back significantly what I'm stocking and what I'm collecting, just based on some of that stuff. Still going to do some sprint car and stuff, but outside of the race wins I go to in person, everything else is pretty much just you know, website based for the most part. So let's see here. There we go. 2019 All-Star pin. That's right. That looked very nice with that Larson car, by the way. The real one was right. Which one was that? Kyle Busch Interstate car. I'm not sure which one that is. Just booked my Charlotte March trip during the spring break. Oh, that'll be really fun. I am actually working on setting up my Daytona 500 trip, too. So, for those of you wondering, Daytona 500, not going to be live. Not going to do my live reaction because I'm going to be there in person. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. Is it to me, or is the next gen ugly compared to the Gen 6? You're probably not too far off. The Gen 6 was a really good looking race car. That being said, the racing quality of that car was, left a little to be desired. I don't think the Gen 6s are super ugly. I definitely cannot stand the door number location, but outside of that, except Pocono. Yeah, Pocono was but even that, they were going to offer it. They just chose not to, because it definitely would have been made. Can we do the Richmond? Yes, that'll be the next one. And let's see. I'm going to scroll through. Bristol Night Race? Absolutely, every year. Okay, perfect. I want to get caught up on chat to make sure I didn't miss anything too crucial before I move on to the next one, which is Denny's Richmond. And where did I set it? It was in my hand like 2 seconds ago. And then I misplaced it because I don't remember. It was in my hand. What did I do with it? It was literally in my right hand. Oh, there it is. I set it under another box. Oh, the silly problems I can do. Going to the street race. Ooh, gonna go see the Chicago street race. Let me know how that is. I'd be very interested. I believe it was an Elliott decision to not make that race win, because they originally did not make any memorabilia from that race. So they weren't going to make... So normally, for those of you who don't know, they were originally going to make... I guess it'd be more for Elliott fans. But with race wins, Chase Elliott, they make a decal and a koozie for each race win. That's where you'll see this one. They made this one for the Kansas one. They make these koozies for each of the races that he wins. Now, they did not originally say they were going to make any of them for that Pocono win. They did come back later and say they were going to make them just because if someone was collecting all the race wins, it would look weird for it to go from his first win, and vice versa, and then all the way up to his 17th win or 16th win, then up to 18th. It just wouldn't make sense. So that reminds me, I was going to show you guys this. This was another one of my Christmas gifts this year. But these are the individual decals for each of his wins. So that's his first career win, second career win, third career win, fourth career win. So they just make these round decals, and it just says Chase Elliott wins at a certain track, and it's fourth career win, that kind of thing. Fifth career win at the Glen, the Roval. Then seventh, this was Charlotte. That was Daytona, Roval, Martinsville, Championship, Coda, Road America, Dover of this year, Nashville of this year, Atlanta, and then here's Pocono. You'll notice they didn't do anything for the pictures or any of that. They just decided to make something to go off of. So there you can see the Pocono one and Talladega. So anyway, that's the type of thing I will say. So they weren't originally going to make anything for that win, and then they kind of changed their mind and backtracked on a little of it because a lot of Elliott fans wanted the koozie and the sticker and that kind of stuff. So anyway, now that we're here, do I think he'll get 70 plus wins? Whew. No, I don't think so. I think to get 70 plus wins, you have to win a lot of races. Don't get me wrong, he's young, but he's yet to win more than, I think, 5 races in a season. I mean, Kyle Larson won 10 last year. And with the next-gen car, it doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to win like a consistent 10 races. Now, if they were to stick with the Gen 6 car and he was, go to the road courses where he was absolutely dominant and he was going to be able to pick up probably 2 to 3 of those a season, that would maybe change my mind. Because last year he had about as bad a luck as possible all season long in terms of getting those race wins, and he still snagged 2 wins. But realistically, he could have had a lot of wins there. So I don't know. I think a lot of it will also come down to Alan Gustafson. If he ends up eventually dropping out of the crew chief side and somebody else comes in, I mean, if that somebody is something like somebody with really great pit strategy and can find a way to snag a lot of cheap wins, hey, that's what Chad Knaus did. They stole a lot of wins. So yeah, anyway, for those of you who haven't seen this yet, I was going to show this off. This is a Richmond car. You can see a lot of rubber buildup on this car. They did chew the tires up. You can see the right rear. There's a little rub there. So great looking race win for the Richmond car. I think they did a great job on this. I think it was a really, really good race as far as the race detail, tire rub, that kind of stuff. So this one's pretty good. I still think the Coke 600 is going to be the better one, but definitely I'd say I prefer that, or I think this one's going to be a solid one. Con says, Craze, what is my opinion on the COT 2007 NASCARs? I hate the wings because they break off of every diecast. Can't stand them. And frankly, it was it was a rough draft to a car that actually had a lot of potential. I think the COT was one of the most overhated cars ever in NASCAR history. And if they had just a bit better job with shaping the car and kind of making it look a little bit less absolutely repulsive, I think it would have been better because, as much as the drivers complained because it didn't handle the way they liked it, it put on great racing from day one. The COT was a great car. They just had to make a couple small adjustments to that thing, and they had a masterpiece. And I think by 2011 and 2012, we saw some of the best racing in all of NASCAR history. And it's really unfortunate they jumped to the next gen in 2013. It was an unnecessary jump, and I think sticking with the car tomorrow would have been a better overall path for the sport. So yeah, that's my personal opinion on it. Early Championship 4 for 2023 of all 3 series. Okay, you're gonna have to give me a chance on that one. Give me a minute. But Xfinity champion Brett Moffitt. I have to be a homer on that. And then would say it's pretty common that you older and elite receive it. Oh, order. Okay. I for some reason, I'm reading it as older. Would you say it's pretty common that you order an Elite and you receive an ARC? That's happened a few times off the NASCAR shop. I mean, if you're ordering an Elite and they're making the mistake and sending the wrong thing, I mean, it's 100% their fault and they need to fix it. But unfortunately, I'm not surprised. I hate to say it this way, but I don't think NASCAR.com employee or whatever, I don't think they really care about the sport. NASCAR is trying to be more of a corporate looking entity. And the problem is when you're being really corporate, a lot of the people that work for you don't actually care. They're not NASCAR fans. They're just people that work at a place. And so the problem with that is when the people don't really, really care about it, it's a lot easier to say, oh, screw it, just move the number. It ain't going to matter. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter to you. You don't care about the rich history of the sport. It doesn't matter to you. That's why it's such a big deal to have people who love working in the sport. So anyway, let's see here. Let's see. Might need to be 2 this week instead of 1. Well, the good news is they're all on the site. You get to pick them up whenever. Wings don't break. It's a metal. It is metal though. Oh yeah, the metal chassis for sure. And it had better race detail or engine detail, I should say. Bell, Charlotte Roval, and Martinsville wins, even though I'm not a fan of him. Should I do it? I would pick one to start, and then decide from that if you want to do the second one. I would look at them and see if you got one that's got better race detail. Martinsville is, I don't know, they were both honestly fluky-ish wins, so I don't think either of them really has a lot behind them. I think the car looks really good, and so at that point, I think you just have to decide how much confetti you want and the race detail around it. But I would start with one, for sure. Let's see here. 12-time winner? No, nobody's winning 12 races in the next gen car. It's not happening. The next gen is just too much of a problem. Oh, the DeWalt tools. Yes, DeWalt has a cool color scheme. The black and yellow is awesome. Definitely got to get that 124 then. If he was at that first cup race you got to see, you got to get it. Anyway, I'm going to pull this Richmond down and we're going to get to our next car here. So we're going to do Bowman's Vegas win next. So we'll pull the Hamlin. Where did I put the cards? Leave it to me to forget where I put the cards. Oh, here they are. They're in the back or under the box, which is right where they're supposed to be. So yes, we got a lot of reviews to do this week. So just be ready, because there's going to be plenty of them. There we go. Okay. Yes, the Martinsville confetti was heavy. I remember they had a lot of confetti on that thing. Let's see here. Byron, Bowman. What's that other one? Austin Hill. We haven't seen Austin Hills yet, have we? All right, so here's Bowman's. Oh, you got to get Zane and Mark. Well, here's the good news for Team Penske enthusiast. If you are looking to get the Martinsville wins from Zane and Noah from last year, I do have both of those available. not autographed. I have the Noah, but not the Zane Smith. I don't think they made the autographed version. But I have one of each on the store at the moment. So if you are looking, promo code RaceCraze. Or you can do both at the same time, and then you just save a little on shipping. But yeah, always use that promo code RaceCraze. Always. That promo code is literally all a giant thank you for those of you that watch the channel. That's what it's all for. So here is the Bowman car, and you'll notice something right off the bat. Maybe you'll notice the light might make it look a little weirder, but this car is yellow. It is not white. It is yellow. And for reference, if you want me to pull a white car into frame, I will. But side by side, there is a white car. This is the Brad Keselowski dual win. So there's a white versus the Bowman car. And you'll notice that Bowman car is yellow. Like they just yellowed the whole car. I honestly can't tell you why they did it. It doesn't make sense to me. Like they just made a giant error, I guess. But yeah, not good. Yeah, so they definitely made the mistake there. Well, Team Penske, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I happen to offer a discount with the Race Craze. But anyway, no big deal. So yeah, definitely if you're picking between the two, I actually would say get the Noah first. I think the Noah car looks really, really good. But that's just my preference. I think it's a little more expensive too, so maybe it would be easier to start with the Zane Smith truck. But I'm telling you, that Noah Martinsville is a good-looking car. Did they make the Roval car? Yes, they did. My code is not for Plan B or Circle B, whatever the website. My code only works at RAS Diecast. That's my site, and that's the only place that code works. And that basically is just where to support the channel at, because that's basically what allows me to look at all these cars, cars like this that go into other people's collections so that I can still look at them, show them all to you. And then once they're done with the video, they can get boxed up and sent off to a home where they're going to be, cherished like those there. And that way I can look and show you guys, hundreds of cars, and I don't have to keep hundreds of cars because I can't do that. Yes, so the Bowman car coming next week. But yeah, the Bowman car, it's yellowed. So just be prepared for that. You will notice that right when you get it. This car is yellowed. So for those of you who have already picked it up, it's been out for a little bit. Like I said, I was, this car came in like right before I got sick. And so I did have it all here and stuff, but I just never had a chance to actually finish getting through all the shipment and getting it pictured and reviewed and all that. So a little behind. This one's been out for a little bit. Is that one yours? Can be. I got two of them, so there's two total. I already have one prepared for you. So I knew you were going to get one, so I actually have two. So don't you worry. This one can be yours. I could actually sign the car for you. Of course, I would sign it on the bottom because that would be silly. But yeah, I do have two, so don't you worry. I do have this one or the other one. All right, so that's the end of the Bowman one. Now let's go with let's go with the AJ one, because then I can empty this box and move it. So this one we're going to do is AJ Allmendinger. This is his Coda win. Wait, his Coda win? Oh, I thought it was his Portland win. Okay, so this is the Coda win. I thought it was going to be the Portland win, but I guess I had that one wrong. But this is the Nutrient, I think the first time he won in the Nutrient scheme, which I think is one of the cooler schemes. And so I do think this one's pretty good. Yep, this is the Nutrient one. So there we go. We'll get that one pulled off. But yes, there we go. So there is the AJ Allmendinger Nutrient scheme. You can see it with a bright purple banner. I love that. And then the green and white, I don't know what it is. I really like the way that green and white comes together. Windshield wipers in kind of a green color. It looks a little weird. But the Portland car is going to look really good, because I'm telling you, this Portland car is going to be really raced up. So as good as this one looks, this is the Coda car. A little bit of detail here or there. I'm telling you right now, you guys are going to love the Portland car. That car is going to be raced all over the place. It's going to look awesome. So yeah, this one, still a good car, don't get me wrong. But I think once these Portland cars come out, these are going to be really good to see. So like I said, the Colleague cars look really good too. I will say, outside of Trackhouse, I think Colleague does a great job on their paint schemes. Now, I happen to know for a fact, I believe Noah Sweet designed a lot of these. You guys might know him as Lefty on like Twitter and Instagram, but he did a lot of designs this year. I think he did the Hooters Night Owl This one, I believe he did Landon Castles. So he's got a number of schemes that you'll see, and you would recognize him. He does a good job on the schemes that he does. But yeah, there's been a few of them that I've seen. All right, we're gonna slide that out of the way. Decided to get the Christopher Bell Roval win first. All right, that should be a good one. Like I said, I believe the confetti was pretty good on that, but the race damage, I think, was better on that one over Martinsville. I think that one had a little more raciness to it. All right, so that's the end. We'll put that Dinger one back. Oh, that's a lot of room in that box. There we go. All right, next, I believe someone said they wanted to see the Martinsville for William Byron. Now, I did show the Martinsville in in ARC, but not Elite yet. Yes, that Coke 600 is coming. It'll be out. When will that be out? That one was a May race, but it was late May. So I would assume we're probably going to wait another month because the Kurt Busch car came out, which was early May, but that was the first week of May. Or was it? I got to look at that pin. When was that race? Where is the pin? There we go. May 15th. So actually, it might only be a couple weeks. It just depends because I think they also may have pushed that Kurt Busch car up because so many people ordered it. So they may have tried to rush that one. I don't think they're going to rush the Denny one. They never rushed any cars because, unfortunately, a lot of them got DMP'd in the first place, and so they don't have to rush them quite as much. But here we go. This is the Martinsville car here. It says ships out on the 20th. Okay, so we got about 2 more weeks. So we're right on schedule. But this is the Raptor car here. Car that everybody liked, the one that had the white top to it because of a practice crash, but the overall Raptor car was just kind of meh. So overall, I do think I don't know. I think the Raptor car is really weird because it's all glossed over because of the clear coat. So it won't be in my top 5 favorite paint schemes of all time. Neither is the Liberty car. I honestly think his Homestead win from last year is probably going to be one of his best looking cars. His first career wins got some significance as well, so I can't ignore that. But the cool part about it is, at least with this car, I have this, and then you can get the pin right with it. So I always thought putting pins with cars is kind of a cool thing. So I made sure to get some extra pins for this car. But yeah, that is his Martinsville car. So we'll be, again, that's another one we'll be doing reviews on because I try to review just the Elites unless I'm not planning to stock it. Now, for those of you wondering, I am not stocking the Gatorade dual wins. So the 125 of Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski, I don't stock those in Elite. I did get the Keselowski in ARC just to be able to make a review video, but I didn't figure that those, because of the style when they were going to be quite as popular. So, all right, let me read some chats here as I get my next car ready to go. Let's go with Kurt Busch. I think it's time for our Kansas win finally to come out and play. Do I think that the next-gen car, evening the field, and Ryan Preece in the 41 can have all their cars win a race for the first time and make the playoffs? No. I don't think they will all make the playoffs or win a race. But I think I strictly base that on the fact that I don't think Stewart-Haas has never been a dominant organization. Even in their most dominant season, which was 2018, I believe all their cars won a race in that season, and I believe they all qualified for the playoffs, but it was really just Kevin Harvick that dominated. Kurt Busch had 1 win. Clint Bowyer had 2 wins. Eric Almirola had 1 win. So they had 4 total wins, and then Kevin Harvick had 8. So for the most part, it's pretty much Kevin Harvick and Rodney Childers that dominate, and then the rest of the team is sort of hanging back. Now, that's very different from like what you see at Hendrick, where, let's face it, at Hendrick, it's a really balanced team. I mean, there are races that you show up to, and all of a sudden Byron is way faster than Elliott, and then the next one, Larson's the fastest, and then they go here, and then Elliott's the fastest. So you do see a little bit more, I guess, a little bit more up and down in that organization, where as far as who's the fastest. But I don't think Stewart-Haas has quite the personnel that Hendrick or Gibbs has. Yes, they did get 2 championships. I mean, I'm not going to ignore that, but that just means, like I said, I think Harvick could win a championship. He is by far their best driver. The problem is, if you're going to say the balance of the whole team, that means your worst car has to be good enough to qualify, and I don't think they will be. All right. Yeah, Bowman's rarely the best. However, he was the best. He's been the best at certain tracks up until the Gen 7 car. Gen 7 car, I don't think that one really fit. I don't think that one really fit Greg Ives' style. I think that one kind of threw him for a loop. He had a pretty quick car at a couple races, but he was not the fastest. All right, so here's our Kansas car. For those of you wondering, this will be the one that I review video on here, and probably later tonight after the stream, because I'm going to post it tomorrow. And for those of you wondering where it goes right next to that Larson Kansas car, right in that little gap. And there is also a pin there. Can't really see it because that other box is in the way. But for those of you wondering what the pin looks like, I actually have extra because these are on the site as well. The Advent Health 400 at the Kansas Speedway. So May 15th, 2022. But yes, this is the pin from this race. I do have those on the site as well. So for those of you looking, I do have that there. But I have one in the case already from when I went to that race. So the past championship 4 was great. Yeah, Chastain really... that's still frustrating. The entire concept of a season coming down to one race, and then you can literally get taken out. And what did Chase Elliott do wrong? You tell me. Like, I watched that race, and I'm watching what happens. He gets to the line, he goes left, which is what the rule is. Chastain goes early. Theoretically, should have had a warning at least because he went before the line, but NASCAR wasn't policing it. So what happens is you just basically get two guys shooting for the same gap. He gets spun, hits the wall, his race is over. And realistically, his whole season's over. Just, not a good way to decide a champion. It's really not. It's kind of like bringing down the Super Bowl and guaranteeing that it's going to be a field goal kicking contest at the end. Whoever makes the longest field goal wins. Well, that seems like a silly way to determine the Super Bowl champion, doesn't it? I would say yes. Bubba won in Kurt's car. Nope, that was Bubba's car. That was Bubba's Ford 23 car, just rewrapped. So... Oh, definitely. I think Logano was going to win the championship, but I think Elliott was definitely going to be that second place car. He had finally gotten some speed to at least run up in that same class, and the question would have been, could he beat him off pit road just once? But he was definitely going to be, I think he was the second quickest car. It's just unfortunate because we never got to know. We never got a chance to see. Still pisses me off that the people that say it was Elliott's fault. It was a racing incident. Well, like I said, you could definitely put... I can't even put fault on there is the thing. Because like I said, the biggest problem was the fact that NASCAR didn't officiate that rule. So the rule is you cannot hook left until you get to the start-finish line. That's the rule. Now, when you say everyone was doing it and getting away with it, that's fine. If they're not going to police it on one guy, they shouldn't police it on anybody. The problem is when a guy like Chase Elliott waits till the line to make his left, which is what the rule is, and the guy behind him just simply goes early, then the accident happens. I would strictly blame it on, hey, look, the guy behind broke the rule. Problem is, that rule has been broken because NASCAR didn't officiate it. So I could put some blame on the NASCAR officiating. I could put some blame on Chastain for just not bothering to, prevent him. Let's get real here. When you get a guy all jacked up, you're supposed to at least give him a chance to save his car. Ross Chastain does not care. If that's one thing I've learned watching him race throughout all the series he's been in, he does not care. Once you're jacked up and sideways, he will run right through the back of you. He has no interest in lifting. And, I don't know that that's going to be overly popular forever. I think at some point guys are going to just start taking him out. And I don't fault them when that day comes because, hey, what goes around comes around. And sadly, he's going to get bit by it, I think. So yeah, anyway, will Lionel make the white Renew ink? No, I don't believe they are making that one. So it will have to be a custom if you're looking for that one. Who do you think wins first, Ty, Gibbs, or Noah? Probably Ty. He's in a Gibbs car. So, that being said, I do think Noah has a shot on the super speedways. The GMS cars showed really good speed there. They showed like they were pretty dang quick. And I think realistically, if you watch the way that he and Eric Jones could race together, if they work together really well, I'm telling you, they have a shot. But outside of that, you got to take a Gibbs car. All right, so anyway, now that we're done with the Kansas one, I guess I'll put this one away. But enjoy your last look. I'll give you one last really, really good look Beautiful car. I mean, dirt, dust, just, oh, what a great car. Great car. So yeah, this car is going to be fun. I can't wait to. I didn't actually get a picture of the burnout for this car, and I'm a little disappointed in myself. But I did get to see it in person. So I got to see Kurt win his final career race. I do think that's pretty cool. So just a little bummed I didn't get a picture of the burnout from where I was sitting, because I usually like to do that. All right, there's the Kurt car. There's the Kurt cards. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Gragson's there for multiple years. Also, don't sleep on Alex Bowman this year, guys. For those of you that think that Bowman can't drive, his new crew chief Blake Harris coming in. I predict that Blake Harris is going to be the second, if not the fastest Hendrick car next year. I mean, he made Michael McDowell's car go really, really fast. And I will say this as well. If Blake Harris was partnered up with Chase Elliott, I think they would win 9 races in a championship. I really do. I think Blake Harris has a wonderful road course setup, and I think you add that road course setup with Chase Elliott's skill, and boy, you could have something really special. But that being said, I do think you'll see Bowman have a big rebound this year. I do. All right, last one. Is it the last one? No, okay. Not last one. Second to last. Second to last one. Second to last of the big cars. So we still got a couple little ones to look at. 164s. Yeah, a couple more small ones, but this one is the second to last big one. This is William Byron's Liberty car from Atlanta. So we're going to do that one next. Harvick and Denny win at Richmond. Hey, the good news is I don't think that's going to change. I think you'll get to see them win again next year, or at least be really competitive, because there was something about the way they managed tires that made them very, very fast. I can't help it, guys. If I have no more big ones, I have to show the little ones. A bunch of the little cars for the little children's. Also for me, because little cars are cool. All cars are cool. All right, so this one is William Byron's Atlanta win. Also, I have the pin for this. But you can see here, this is the Liberty University car. Now, I will say, here's what I like. The rear tire, I don't know if it was supposed to be shredded because it is flat spotted. There's a big flat spot on that car right there. I like the fact that there's at least a tire there. I hate it when they don't put tires on there because the car sits weird. You can see the rear tire. It is black wall all around, so definitely lost the white or the Goodyear lettering off the side. But at least if they did have a blown tire, they at least put a tire on there so it doesn't sit weird, because that drives me nuts when the tire doesn't sit right. But there you can see all the confetti on the roof. You can see we've got the Liberty scheme on this one doesn't look terrible, but I don't know. I like this one better than the rest of the Liberty cars, but that's not saying much. I never liked the Liberty cars. I still like his Exalta car the best, I think. But yeah, overall, not too bad at all. I do have the pin for this as well. It's way up there at the top. It is the Folds of Honor. Oh, no, I don't. I actually don't have the pin for this. Folds of Honor Quick Trip 5. So I do have the pin for that. We'll show you that in the review once that time comes. So that'll be the next one to make a video. Well, I shouldn't say the next one, but it's one of those that's going to get a video made on it. I can't even guarantee the order because everything's kind of up in the air and loopy. The good news is I have a lot of work to do, so I came back from a vacation, but I certainly did not get to let things get too far out of whack. Yep, I think that was a good decision. I think the Atlanta's better. I think the Atlanta looks better in my personal opinion. I think it's got just better colors. So I think you made the right call there. Oh, crud. Well, a winner sticker fell on the floor. I'm not sure which one, so I'll have to go back through those boxes and see when I do the reviews. Because somebody's missing the winner sticker. And our last car of the evening, this is going to be Austin Hill's 1/24 scale Daytona win. This car originally was actually canceled and then rescued, I believe, by United Rentals or somebody else that, basically helped get more of these made. So this car originally was canceled and then was kind of rescued late. So that's kind of neat. I'm always glad to see first wins getting rescued and getting a chance. That being said, one of the ugliest cars I've ever seen. I mean, this car is just, it's just white and blue. It's very bland. So, I don't know. I think it's bland. That being said, it was his first year win. We know who's going to get their next Xfinity win at Daytona this year. Driver the number 25, Brett Moffitt. I'm telling you, I'm so excited. so exciting. But yeah, like I said, this paint scheme is just boring. And unfortunately, too, because it's a Daytona win, it's really boring. Like, all around this car is just clean. So yeah, kind of a boring car, really dull. But that being said, it is at least Austin Hill's first win. So I got to give the props to that. But like I said, that being said, can't wait for Daytona. I cannot tell you how excited I would be to get to see Brett's first Xfinity win. If it happens at Daytona while I'm there, I might just like shut the channel down. No, I won't shut it down. Let's be real. But the good news is, guys, because of Xfinity this year, I was a little worried that I might not want to stream the Xfinity races. Because I gotta have a guy to kind of root for to really keep me more interested. And so when he announced the full-time run, guess what? This year, guys, every race that I'm available, that's the key. I have to be available. But every race I'm available, we're going to be streaming reactions to those races all season long. So going to be a lot of fun there. But anyway, yeah, so that's the last of our 124s. Now, for those of you who say the 164s are boring and dull, you might kind of right because they're cheap. But that being said, there are some pretty neat ones. I'll start with a couple of the raced versions because the Bristol Dirt Race always produces some raced versions, even for guys who didn't win the race, because people will, they just like dirt on cars. And a couple of those cars have come in, Brad Keselowski and Chase Elliott. So you can see we do have Brad Keselowski's number 6 here. You can actually see it more on this side, but you can see dirt, tire marks, wheel marks. The nose is actually all dirty too. We're going to take a look at that. I'll just go ahead and pull the box open because we got to take pictures for the website anyway. What is going on here? There we go. For some reason I wanted to pop open. Here we go. So we'll get this popped open. Here is that car again. There you see it. So you can see there's the vents there. All the dirt and clay around the front of the car there. Oh yeah, plenty of dirt and clay. You can see it's all raced up here down the right side. So plenty of scrapes and dirt on this one. Honestly, I was pretty glad they made this option, but especially for the sponsor. Like, the sponsor decides, hey, we want the raced version of that dirt car made. And heck, it looks good. So yes, Brad Keselowski's dirt win. I keep saying win. His dirt car. He didn't win, but at least they made the raced version of his dirt car. Chase Elliott, they made the raced version last year. Shocker, shocker. It sold, and they made money. So guess what? They did it again. And so this one happened to be the Kelley Blue Book car, which I will say looks amazing. I originally was going to get the liquid color finish, and Lionel kind of hosed me. So, like I said, not thrilled with the year they've had. They've had a little bit of struggle. I'm having trouble getting this car back in its box. Boy, what a struggle this has turned into. There, get in there. What is taking you so long? Get in there. You are taking way too long to get back in that box. Nope, still not in yet. All right, close enough. There we go. I'm not sure why that car was being such a pain in the butt, but it was being a pain in the butt nonetheless. But anyway, so there's the Kelley Blue Book car. This is the Bristol Dirt version. Hard to see. It's pretty clean. A little bit on the nose and a little on the right rear there. So you see a little bit of the dirt. It's kind of that orangish brown Tennessee clay. What happened to the Coda car again? Coda car. Which car? Whose Coda car? You gotta let me know which one. Yeah, I'd love to meet up, by the way, guys. If it's at Daytona, Bristol, I don't care where. It'd be fun because I love getting to meet up with people. Only thing is it sometimes can be a struggle just because I don't exactly plan my day. I just wake up and go nuts. The Coda Car Elite. I didn't have any Elites. I had one that was available and someone else had pre-ordered it. So I was out of them, and then I only had the one left that I had for my collection. Now, they did just recently release the autographed edition. I tried to snag one of those, but they were gone. So I have been looking, A-Shock. I've been looking to try and find you one so it's not super expensive. But I haven't been able to find one yet. So I am keeping my eyes open. But I just wanted to make sure to give you an opportunity. So if you happen to find one, you can snag it. Not pass the opportunity up because I did not have a chance to get any extras. So that's the only one I think of the season so far that you weren't able to get. I think the Talladega one was the other, but I got to double check because that one just came out and I might be able to get it. Yep. That's the other one. Yeah, I had. So Lionel hosed me on. They hosed me on a Chastain Coda win, Kyle Busch Bristol Dirt win, Chase Elliott Kelley Blue Book liquid color. Noah Gragson, liquid color, Wendy's. So that's 4 already that they've made mistakes on. So, like I said, they created quite a mess. But this is the Darlington win for Chase Elliott in 164. So this car is his first win for the year in 164 that's in. So kind of a nice one to have in. But there's a lot of different raced versions. I'll have to show you guys all the race versions that have been made so far. But a good chunk of the race versions that were made in 124th have been made in 164. So I'm kind of happy with that. I think that's a good thing that Lionel's starting to make a few more of those because they already had the tooling. They may as well just make them. Personally, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, like I said, Lionel hosed me on that one. I was really mad about the Kelly Blue Book one. That car is already really expensive, but what are you gonna do? I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes bad luck just crawls your way. I don't order straight through Lionel unless it's a special finish. Now, the reason I ordered the Dirt Win and the Coda Win was because my supplier was out of them. So I said, screw it. I'll at least just get one in so I have it. And then I still got hosed on it. So, yeah, like I said, normally I don't. And the Noah too. Yeah, so basically special finishes are the only ones I get through Lionel because that's the only place you can get them in Elite. So if you want an Elite special finish, Lionel.com, that's the only place you can get it. And then the only other 2 I had was the Bristol Dirt Win and the Coda Win, and those both had the same situation where I don't know what their situation was, if they just oversold or what, but either way, I didn't get one. So the good news was I'd had enough, I just didn't have any extra. So that's why, but that's why I got to say it's important to pre-order because if that had been pre-ordered, I would have known ahead of time. I probably would have snagged it and had it on hand. So I'm telling you, yes, I did get the refund, but I couldn't get the car, and now the car's more expensive. But I'm just telling you, like, that's why pre-orders are so important. You can get color chromes in ARC, AJ. So you can get special finishes in ARC, but if you want the Elite, that one has to go through Lionel. You should see how rare the color chrome Wendy's is, 1 of 24. I was supposed to get the liquid color, but like I said, got hosed on that one too. But like I said, basically that just shows what the thing about pre-ordering is like, even with me pre-ordering, sometimes you get hosed. And so I try to make sure there's extra, and sometimes there's not. But again, everything that's pre-ordered, at least then I know and I'll get one. Yeah, the Kyle Busch Bristol Dirt one, I'm telling you, that thing is beautiful. That is a beautiful car. And yeah, I snagged 3 of those, 2 of those, I can't remember. I snagged some at over retail, but they weren't stupid expensive yet because those Kyle Busch ones got really hard to find. But I snagged a couple, and I think, yep, A-Shock, you got one of them. I can't remember who got the other one, but I mean, they were not cheap. They definitely were not the best. Always been out on those Elite special finishes. My dealer doesn't offer them. A local dealer probably could, as long as the dealer buys straight from Lionel, they can. But I can't do it online because the online exclusive is the Lionel.com. So anyway, so let me get back to the 164s. We were talking about Josh Bilicki's car a little bit earlier, but Josh Bilicki's first Ziegler car for this year came in. So that's kind of a cool car, the fact that we get the number 77 Spire car. So that's kind of good for those of you that want to try and build a full field. Verizon 5G car for Joey Logano. I will say, the Verizon 5G car is bland, but it's not a horribly ugly car. I don't think it's too bad. It looks okay, but yeah, a little weird. It's just, I don't know, the red's fading into black, and that's kind of all it is. Big old gap where the 22 could have been in the middle of the door. So overall, 2 decent looking cars, but I'm actually much more excited for the Josh Bilicki car. I think it was cool to get Josh Bilicki's car made because, like I said, some of those guys, it's like they never get a car made, and I think it's cool when you get some of these cars where you can. Oh, I don't want to call them field fillers. If you were making a stop motion or something, you want to have a Josh Bilicki car somewhere in that field. I think it makes it pretty cool. Okay, so the next one we're going to go to, for you Kevin Harvick fans, this is the Busch Light Apple Mustang. You guys will recognize this paint scheme because he literally swept the Michigan races earlier, which I believe I saw Clyde. You got that for Christmas, so congrats on that. But yes, so this is the Busch Light Apple car. He did win at Michigan again in this car, I believe, or at least something close to it. But it's the all red Mustang. I do like the paint scheme overall. I gotta say I like the door number in the middle. So not the worst car. I definitely still like the other one better though. All right, so let's move on. Is it time to show some Xfinity racing cars? Oh, you got the Elite Sweep set, even better. So this one, I'm not sure what the situation with this one is. This is just the all McDonald's car. So we just looked at the Kurt Busch McDonald's car. Like I said, I keep saying these. I did the video already on the other McDonald's car. So we're going to see one of these, but these are the other two. This is the standard McDonald's scheme, like overall. And this one's the Kurt McDonald's 2022 Camry. So we've got this one that came in today. So that'll be in the next review as well. It's a good looking car, but I don't know, not my favorite. The next one we're going to take a look at is probably one of my favorite throwbacks from the Xfinity series. This is Ty Gibbs Interstate Batteries throwback. This is to Bobby Labonte's 2004 car, which was one of my absolute favorite number 18 cars of all time. I think this was one of the best Interstate Batteries paint schemes that ever ran. I always loved this car. I think it was the red numbers with the lightning bolts. I don't know. I always loved this car. This car was so darn cool. So as I said, as much as I'm not a huge fan of Ty Gibbs, I think this is one of the best looking cars. And hey, it's a Ty Gibbs car because unfortunately, Monster doesn't let anything get made for whatever reason. I don't know. They're petty. They're mean. Mean old McDonald's people. Not McDonald's. Oh, Monster. Mean old Monster. All right, so the next one we're going to take a look at, this is Josh Berry's car. This is the open joist U.S. lumber car. So this is another one of those Xfinity cars. And the second Josh Berry car so far that was made. But I never mind if we can fill out more of an Xfinity field. So yes, this is the open joist U.S. lumber car. I will say, I think this is probably one of the better paint schemes. The orange and black really do go together really well. So it's probably one of my favorite. I think Open Joist also sponsored Kane in a yellow sprint car, which I think looked better, but not bad. It's because they're on Coke. Coca-Cola does have a lot of that where they get really picky about branding and say no to every diecast, which is unfortunate for us diecast fans because hey, we want them. Here is Ryan Blaney's all-star win in the 164 scale. So this is the Wrangler. This is the famous window net race where he put his window net down thinking he had won the race. You know, when you come under the checkered flag, usually that means you win the race, but, you know, they changed one race. But yeah, so the all-star win looks pretty good in 164, and the other one is the Darlington one. This was supposed to have black rims. You can see even on the 164, bright silver, or in this case, gray rims. So it looks a little bad, but let's look at the right side. At least you have the right scrapes. The right rear fender was scraped and the right front fender was scraped. But like I said, the wheels, not supposed to be silver. They're supposed to be black, and they didn't do it right on the 164. And unfortunately, the 124 has the same exact issue. So unfortunately, that's going to be a problem that we're going to see on that car as well. As much as we maybe don't like it, there's really nothing we can do about it now. So that's unfortunately just going to be what it is. I don't know if I had showed this car off yet or not, but this is Josh Berry's win, the autographed edition. I was actually in the process of getting ready to make the video. That was when my throat went all to garbage, and so I don't remember if I had a chance to show that one off yet or not, but I did want to show it off because I do think it looked really good. Let's see. Bowman. Okay, so yeah, that is the one. There we go. I want to make sure I had the Kurt car stacked aside because I don't got to do the first one. But yes, this is Josh Berry's Dover win. I think it's one of the another one of those pretty decent looking paint schemes. The good news is I do have every Josh Berry win, autographed and non-autographed. Got speaking too quick. They are both available on the site. There is also going to be some more eBays coming up next week, so don't be too antsy because I do have some of those eBays coming for some of those Jeff Gordon cards, and so yeah, definitely got some of that going. Let's read some chats quick. I just saw bummed about the wheels. I have pre-ordered all of Logano's Elite wins and to have his championship set. Man, that is a bummer because, like I said, when they make such an egregious error, it's kind of annoying because you know it's so far off. The good news is As I've said, I do know how to fix rims or at least swap them. I'll show you here real quick. For those of you who don't know, Hendrick uses a silver or a kind of gray gunmetal type rim. And I actually already did a chassis swap. And let me move this car off the side here quick. Okay, here we go. So this is an ARC 1/24 scale. You can see I've already chassis swapped it, put the deck lid thing on. See, it's black rims. So normally it's supposed to be that gray rim. This one is just all black. So this black rim car, I theoretically could pull these wheels out, because that's what I did on this one. I pulled the wheels out and put them into this Elite chassis. But if you pull these rims out, you could theoretically put black rims and still have the other tires. The only downside is you won't have any raced version markings on the rim, which thus I've yet to see any rims that have raced version markings on them. So I could be wrong. We'll have to look forward and see, but if that's the case, you could pull these tires off. They're actually really easy. This year more than ever, it's easier to just pull a tire off. I'll pull one off right now. Like, it's so easy. Like, I'm almost shocked at how easy it is to just pop a tire off. But yeah, here you can see. So I have a black rim. I could put a raced version tire. Let's just say it's the backwards version, like that. I could put a raced version tire on pretty darn quickly. The question really just becomes, is it going to still look right, or do I need more detail on there? Oh, by the way, I just put that tire back on. It's literally that easy. Just sort of get on there and pinch, and boom, it's on. So very easy to change tires. For those of you who haven't looked, I did do the Chase Briscoe video, so you can check that out if you want to find out how to swap those tires. But yeah, so there is that potential, and maybe we'll do that when that comes in. I do have one of those in Elite, so maybe that's what we'll do. When that Elite one comes in, I'm going to the black rims and put it on that car and make it correct. And that is one of my videos. How about that? So we're going to add more videos. So, but anyway, guys, that is all of the 1/24ths that have come in and all the 1/64ths that have come in. One more time, I'm going to show you guys this. This is our Friday live stream. So on Friday, we're going to build both of the cars live on stream. I have no idea how the camera's going to look, but that's okay because we're building Legos. It's going to be fun. And for just a good hangout. So we're going to be building those on Friday, so do stop by. Also, like I said, do check any of these cars out on rasdiecast.com. I don't have all the photos updated. I do have most of the stock numbers updated, so you should be at least able to get one if you want it. I know I've got a Kansas win going out tomorrow, and I don't remember if there's anything else. But yes, anything that goes in tonight would get shipped tomorrow. So yeah, that's all available at rasdiecast.com. What was that? That was annoying. Oh, it was an ad. So yes, those will be available there. But other than that, guys, I think that'll pretty much wrap up this video. I'm definitely looking forward to the season. Can't wait, especially to do those, the watch-alongs where we're just kind of watching the scoreboard. Obviously, I have the stream going. I'm just not allowed to broadcast it. But I can't wait to do some of that. As I get my webcam set up, and I gotta get a GoPro first. GoPro comes first, so I can video my next snowmobile trip and make a video out of that, and then I'll get that webcam. I'm gonna get a good one. I'm not gonna get a cheap piece of garbage. I'm gonna try and find a pretty good one. But I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to the season so far. Let's see here. Gragson's gonna run 25th or worse all year. I don't think it'll be that bad. I think Luke Lambert's a better crew chief for him, but I do think our realistic expectations for him are going to be 20th in points and potentially snags a win somewhere if he's gonna sneak into the playoffs. That's how it's going to be. Do you know when all the Blaney All-Star race wins will ship? If you're referring to the 124, I have not received word that those are in yet. I think they just got to Lionel today, which means if Lionel just got them today, that means they'll be in the hands of suppliers probably by Wednesday, which is tomorrow, or Thursday. And the suppliers will start shipping them out Thursday, Friday, give it 4 days of transit. I will see them probably middle of next week. So I should see any of them if you order them from my website by the middle of next week, and they'll be on shipped right away. And then if not, if it was only the Elite and the ARCs aren't in, or vice versa, it's basically a week and a half from when Lionel gets it. So right when Lionel gets it, it takes about a week to get to me, another half week to get from me to everyone else. So yeah, that's just kind of unfortunately that's the rate that one will go. But let's see. So any other ones I need to look at here? Coolest tire so far were on the Bristol Dirt Win. I definitely agree there. I love those Bristol Dirt ones. Oh, you just got your Phoenix win. Good, good. Yeah, follow the video. It's really simple, so it'll be real easy. You'll definitely like it. Oh yeah, definitely. You're welcome, Jesse. You sent me an email about looking for an Elite, and I texted a guy that I think had one, and glad you were able to find one. Because those can be a pain, especially if you don't get them right away, it can be a problem. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for coming and hanging out. I said, tune in again Friday. I think Friday. Yeah, Friday's good. So tune in again Friday. We're going to do the Lego build and just kind of hang out. Hopefully all my reviews for the week will be done, and we'll have all that posted. I'm going to have 2 more videos tomorrow, so don't get me wrong. I got a Truex Dirt win with no dirt tires. I don't know how that happens. I thought they came with dirt tires. Mine does. I have an extra on my site that has it, so I don't know why that happened. That is just bad luck. But Lionel should have been able to send you some if that's who you got it from. It shouldn't. If whoever you got it from should have been able to get you some tires. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sorry about that, man. So anyway, guys, yes, Friday. Like I said, I gotta hammer that away so I know. Friday. On Friday is when we'll build these Lego cars. So that'll be kind of fun. I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, got a lot of reviews to do. So stay tuned, guys, or not stay tuned, but turn that notification bell on. There's gonna be a couple of videos each day, all throughout the week. We're just gonna hammer these videos out, and yeah, as I said, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting the website. Thanks for supporting the channel. Welcome to the new year. And cheers to another great season. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you Friday in the next live Lego build.